Hi, I'm Debbie and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. I'm reading for June 9th through the 15th, and that is Friday through Thursday. Now, I'm so sorry that I am late. I have had major technical issues that have been funnier than heck, except that they were they would be funnier, except they were very frustrating at the same time. You know that my sound has always been off. So it's not always been off, but it has been off for the last couple of months. And people have told me about this, and we have tried to fix it. And in actuality, it was fixed. But then what happened was that my cameras were not working, especially with my beautiful XSplit, which is what I use for my backgrounds. So it's just been very frustrating. And then my lighting, the light bulbs went out. I had to get some, new lights. And then I just went and said, okay, I am just going to relax and we will do this when we can do this. So things have been all reinstalled, things like that. Not quite perfect. We're just going to go ahead. Okay, anyway. You know that when I am doing my readings, I use a couple of my Radley Valentine decks. So let's see what we've got going on here. I am going to use my Angel Tarot cards, and I will use my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. I will also use my Doreen Virtue and Grant Virtue Angels of Abundance, and my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now this will be for the main readings, which this is not. This is the overview readings. Now for the overview, and I think that I'm going to use my angel answers also with the main readings. So this is my overview. And with my overview, I do a reading with my Waite Rider, my Traditional Tarot, and my Colette Baron Reed, the Good Tarot. So I have prayed, I have meditated, I have infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, these are general readings. They may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? So what we're going to do something just a touch different. Remember, I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself up to higher power. I ask God, Source, Holy Spirit to come in and, give whatever it is you need. I am also a Reiki master. So what we're going to do is I usually go through what's going on in the world, and I tell you what's going on in the planet. So I'm going to try to show you, if I can, and this will turn upside down, so I need to flip it for you. I am going to try to show you the websites that I do reference. I do tell you about them also. So I go to this one, the astrologer.net/next month astrology.html, and this one I do like because it kind of gives a breakdown of where the planets are. So I've been using this site. Now I don't necessarily read the whole thing because some of it is a little bit different. Astrology is all about looking to the future. I agree that your life's energy is given to you to live for the future. I agree that. So now what I do is I like to come here, and this is when I do the recap. Jupiter's in Taurus, the 16th of May, 2023 to the 25th of May, 2024. Interesting, remember, Earth energy here, so your money, job, your career, your home life. Jupiter is the planet of good fortune, is the planet of enlargement. Then we also have Uranus. Uranus is the unexpected. Expect the unexpected. We do have Mars going into Virgo. That's the 10th of July. So it gives us a little bit of an overview. We have Saturn in Pisces, March 22nd, 2023 to May 2025. So 2 more years of that. Saturn and Neptune will be in Pisces. And this is for 23, 24, and 25. And this is a unique happening for right now. Venus will be going in, has gone into Leo June 5th until October 9th. Now this is a long stay for Venus in Leo. It should be a very interesting and a good energy. Mars in Leo, the 20th of May to 10th of July. So this long Venus retrograde in Leo makes a hot summer. So now let's see what else we have. We talk, so it has a little bit of an overview. A lot of the things that he's talking about is from March to August is about stability. Now, I think he's from Poland. It says, I think he's from Poland. So we go through a lot of, stability again. He is talking about stability. And then he does a little bit of an overview again here. Again, life changes, though. He is saying Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus will create life changes, and it will create for especially those Tauruses, Capricorn, Virgos, also Scorpio, Cancers, and Pisces. Now, I will tell you also, Uranus being in Taurus is changing up careers for Leos. Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, again, life changes. Basically Pisces, okay, life changes for sun sign Pisces and Virgos. And everyone who've had nothing for 3 years, there should be a major change he's seeing. And for everyone who is not in a sincere relationship. So then we go into when I talk about the sun is in Gemini, Mercury's in Gemini on the 11th. Mercury likes to be in Gemini, so this could be very good, interesting communication. It could perk up your ears. It could make you really go, what did they just say? Venus in Leo fire sign. Leo will be in this time here, the Leo season. So this is a very passionate, burning type of energy. Mars in Leo, but only until the 10th of July, which is still a good month. And that again lends a little bit more force. We have Pluto in Aquarius, of course, until the 11th. It is retrograding right now in Aquarius. It will be moving into Capricorn just a little bit. So, so we can talk about that. Surprisingly, the Leo fire is awakened. I do like that. Gemini is the open star sign of relationships. So he talks about it a little bit differently. I'm not saying I always agree with his overview. What I like is his dates. I love his dates. So then Mercury is in Taurus, like I said, until the 11th. It switches over to Gemini the 11th. Venus will switch over again on the 5th into Leo. Mars is in Leo. Jupiter is in Taurus. So I do love the dates that he shows. Now, we do talk about the full moon, and we've already talked about all of these things. So it is a good, and if you're interested more in astrology, this is something I think people should go to. Again, now Saturn is retrograding in Pisces, so that's going to be an interesting. So a lot of the things you've just gone through with your dreams, your hopes, your wishes, if you've been looking for that new job, if you've been promoted, there's going to be a lot of going back and really getting things straightened out with that. So it's an interesting time. I do like that. The other site I like a lot is horoscope.astro-seek.com. This gives me, it's June, I put in a time. I like to do Eastern time, even though I'm not in Eastern time, but it does give you, it's military time, like sun goes into Cancer June 21st. The moon, we have the full moon already, and then we have the new moon, and that will be 36 minutes after midnight again with the Eastern time. So you can go down and you can see where everything is. So now, just to get back now to where we're at, I do need to go back to my camera setting. Can I find my camera setting? Here we are. Hold on one second, and we will start the there we go. Okay, now I have to turn everything back around. So I think that that's an interesting time. The 11th seems to have a lot of changes happening. We've got, what did I say? We've got Venus, we've got Pluto. Oh, Pluto retrograding back into Capricorn. Remember, Pluto is a lot of the Phoenix, okay? So everything has been brought down. Everything has been brought down and burnt up. The Phoenix does that, then it rises from the ashes. So there is going to be I really feel that it going back into Capricorn is going to empower a lot of us to make major changes. I think that while it was in Aquarius, that it really, really changed up our thoughts and our ideas. We started seeing things as being, like holy, totally bizarre. What is going on? Totally bizarre type of visions, energy, all of that. And now it's I kind of get this feeling that a lot of the populace is going to really say, I don't want this anymore. I want some changes, and I'm going to help enact those changes. So, it does, this is the part where Pluto, Phoenix energy, and remember in July that Scorpio, which again, Phoenix energy, will transition out of that south node. So, so there's a lot, I would say, whenever that happens. When does that happen? I think around July 17th. I could be wrong on that. I think that we've got a lot of interesting stuff. Now, I am pulling up, and whenever I get a card that falls, I do like to, that means the cards want to speak to us. So we have the Four of Cups, but let's see. Holy Spirit, what do you want to say? Higher power, what do you want to say? What's going on in the world? What is going on in the world that you'd like to connect with us? We're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting for some changes. Things are going on quite a bit in this world. Remember what I'm always telling you too, though, is whatever is going on there, we still have to live our lives. We still have to have that sense of hope, that sense of purpose. We did not come to this world. I do believe that we come to this world, knowing what we're going to have to go through. And I do feel that the people that come onto my channel or that discover my channel, I do feel that you were brought here for a reason, and I hope that I can give you that hope and that purpose. Or I don't mean that I give that to you, that I actually can help enforce that or reignite that. I hope that that's what I can do, because we are here for a purpose, and our purpose is something much, much bigger than us, and we did sign up for it. Okay, so we have, remember, numbers have meaning. So we have a 4, and 4 has stability, organization, and leadership. Now remember, in that first website, he was talking about a lot of stability coming into place. Now, it doesn't mean that it's all of a sudden going to happen, and, because stability is something that you have to work for. Stability is sometimes you're born into it too. I'm not going to say, when we were younger, hopefully many of us had a stable, or at least we felt stable in our lives. But it does bring stability. It does bring a time of purpose here too. Now, I am looking at him, 3 of Cups. Cups is that water energy, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Now, Cancer, we will be coming into Cancer on that 21st, I believe. Scorpio, the South Node is in Scorpio, and a lot of things are still going on with Pisces, with Neptune and Saturn. So fluid, emotional, very spiritual time, very committed time. I'm feeling like there's a sense of commitment. There's a sense of, it's time to move forward. It's time, it's time, it's time. The thing about it is, it's like, are we looking at this past, or are we ready to move into this future? The future is always unknown, or does not always feel known. Let's put it that way. The future can be very scary, but it's our decision whether we go into that, or whether we accept that mission, whether we accept that future thing. So it's time, that future thing, that future offering. It is time to get unstuck. That, this thing with Pluto, it's been very, very big energy. And also, the other thing, Saturn and Neptune, very big energies. It's time for us to get off our butts. It's time for us to get moving. And it's time for us to move forward. And I feel like that's basically the world energy. It's time for the world energy to get off its butts and, and get moving, Okay, next card here. Okay, now this is reversed again. Remember, reverse cards to me have a very strong energy. So we had the page. The page is very optimistic. The page is very, let's get this done. Underlying energy is Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. A lot, we still have, we have things going on in Taurus. Again, the Taurus energy, according to the one site, was about stability. But again, I do feel like we have to work towards that. Not that we have to work for it. I shouldn't say work for it, but work towards that. There are, again, I keep getting this, we got to get off our butts. We've got to make those changes. We've got to make those moves for us. Now, again, we have the cups. The cups actually bring, the page of cups actually brings new relationships, new romance, new love, new spiritual connections. Kind of even goes along with the soulmates, the twin flames, things like that. It's stepping into your space. It's stepping into what you were meant to be. Now, like I said, the page is very optimistic, very enthusiastic. Remember, we have that fluid emotional and spiritual connection. And we also have a quizzical connection. I always love how he looks at the fish. And it's kind of like, like the fish is actually talking to him, which is in itself. So we have a miraculous cup appearing, and we have this fish that's talking to him or looking at him. And there's always this kind of like, I'm not quite sure how I got here, but I know that there's a purpose. So there's a sense of purpose happening. And I do believe that has to do with this Pluto going into Capricorn for its final, what would that be then? 6-7 months. It's like now it's again, let's get down to business. Let's get things done. Okay, our last card here. Okay, now again reversed. Now we have the Ace of Pentacles. So we have an ace, which is a 1, new beginnings, new start. Pentacles is our money energy. It's that earth energy I talked about, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Now, something was going on, I think, in July with Virgo, but, that's a little bit more into that future. But we do have that Taurus, and we do have that, what did I say, Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus. Now, if we go to that other site, there is stability coming. But I would say with this, there is new money coming. There's new money coming, new opportunities coming, new ways of or changes to our money, but it is not going, it may feel very harsh and hard at first, and we may not be ready to step into that role. But again, I get this, get off your butts, let's get working, let's create, let's believe, let's have hope, let's have faith, and this does bring about a new money or a money change. So, and I know that a lot of people are looking at this. So, and I will tell you, I mean, I am somebody that reads up. Reads up about current affairs, and many times it's like, well, how is this going to happen? But remember too, what we're presented with is not always what is going on. So, just always remember, you need to keep, your spirits, your vibrations elevated. A lot of things have been going on, especially with the Schumann resonance. Things are happening in the world, so we have to just keep believing, keep hoping, and even when, and I know some people, somebody told me they've got, they were down to their last, $70, and, I'm praying for you with that. There is always hope. There is always hope. I have been there. I promise you, I have been there where I did not know how to, make the rent or make the mortgage, and I just gave that to God, and I did get the money. I did get the money. Now, I know you might say, well, that was good for you, Deb, and it truly, truly was, but I've also lived almost, not quite, I've also lived almost 67 years, and I have been, I have learned fear. Again, fear is a tool of the devil, and, not going to try to control me, not going to try to keep me from having the best day or the best life I can, okay? And yes, I do believe that we do have reincarnation, but at the same time, I also believe that this is the only Debbie that I am going to live, okay? So, I have a choice. I can either be miserable, or I can just say, well, nope, I wake up today and wonderful things, or at least good things, or at least stable things are going to happen. Okay, so let's go to the good tarot. Higher power, Holy Spirit, what else would you like to say? And I want to thank you that we finally got on today. And I know that there's so much going on in the world, so much deception, so much, trying to raise fear, trying to raise doubt. But I ask for a good message, and I ask for hope and prayers over people, and I ask for good energy for all that watch, all that watch. So let's see what we have here. Let's see. Higher power, Holy Spirit. Let's see what we have. Okay. The messenger of earth. So now, you take the Ace of Pentacles and you put the Page of Cups and that brings you your messenger of earth. So the messenger, so the page is also a messenger. So this is that page energy. Earth energy is that money, job, career energy. There is a new opportunity. There is a change. I'm going to say that there's going to be a big change in a lot of the money energy here. But it's going to be something positive. It's going to be something that we need to get off our butts. We need to work towards it. But this would be your Page of Earth, your Page of Pentacles, new opportunities. Even when we have had very hard times, there's always been entrepreneurs who have been able to achieve. So whatever is going on here, though I'm not saying we're always living in a kind of a hard time, but there is this opportunity coming. There is this new direction. And I would look at this, if I had a cloud bringing me a cup, I would look at that as a very divine energy also. So the messenger of earth, page energy, earth energy, page energy, hearing good news about some sort of money situation, new opportunities coming to create or to make a living, that would be a very positive energy. And I would say that that's probably, like I said, with this with this Pluto thing transitioning, it has to leave. It has to, in the natural order of things, it has to leave its space. It's been in Capricorn now since 2008, right? So it has to leave, making it a better place. Doesn't mean that's going to be an easy place, but it has to leave, making it a better space. So let's see what we have here going on. Again, it's time to make a move. It's time for us to just basically, get off our butts and instead of letting things come to us. Well, I shouldn't say that because we've got this here, but we have to, he has to actually look over and he has to accept. But it's all divine energy going on right now. So let's see. All right. So I'm sorry. Hope that makes sense. I just say what I have to say. I am sorry again about the delay. The cameras, and now I'm floating again on my camera here. I have to put things back together again. We'll get there. We'll get there. But anyway, please do me a favor. Do the like, share, subscribe, clicking on the bell for notifications. If you're watching me on Rumble, Rumble me. It really is the only way that YouTube or Rumble will pay attention and get my videos out. So I would appreciate it if you do that. Now, I will do the regular videos. They will be coming out. But please also know, if this is the one that you do watch, and I hope you do, please know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.